Welcome back. This is your Feel Good Morning Show, Expresso, here on SABC3. And what a nice morning it is. It is Friday. The weekend still lies ahead, but we, of course, have a fantastic show still yet ahead. But right now, it is time to look at your youth sports. And we're going into the final few weeks. But let's take a look at your cricket score, first of all, of our boys down under in Australia. It is as follows. It is 169 for 2. So that's Colours and Amla at the creases. They're doing well. We are supporting them all the way. But right now, let's take a look at those top 10 schools. And they are as follows. Number 1 is Wynberg Boys. And then number 2 in second place, we have Pretoria Boys. Now coming in third place, we have Westville. And Westville next up. Rhonda Bosch is in fourth place. Office is in the fifth place there. Grey College comes in at number 6, and St. Albans 7, and the Academy is Selborne, and then St. John's, and then of course Glenwood. But in one of the few matches taking place in the Eastern Cape region, Grey High School will take on Kingswood College from Grahamstown in KwaZulu-Natal. Pinetown play host to Durban North College, and Kearsney host a somewhat lesser-known school, St. Charles College. Up north, St. Stithians take on a strong Office outfit, and Kes will be put to the task against opponent St. Benedict's. But in a few matches of the weekend, let's take a look at some of those. St. David's make the short trip to Kensington this weekend, where they're going to attempt to return to Sandton with nothing less than a victory. David's, who's hosted a successful cricket tournament in the St. David's T20 Festival earlier this year, will have to dig deep in the bowling department if they are to defeat a side that has been impressive all year round. Davids, who's beat arch rival St. Stithians last weekend by 3 wickets, will be hoping to recreate the kind of display they showed last weekend to come out trumps in tomorrow's fixture. Then St. Albans are away to Parktown Boys this weekend in what is being previewed as one of the biggest clashes of the year. Albans, who were successful in their tour of Sri Lanka earlier this year, who will have to return to the youngsters in the squad to carry them over this finish line. Parktown will not be an easy opponent to beat, though, after the side from the Gauteng defeated Alberton with a whopping 6 wickets last weekend. Wynberg Boys have been the surprise package this year with impressive displays throughout the season. The boys from the Cape have really stepped up their game, and with their more than convincing win against neighbours Sax, you can see why they are ranked number 1 in the country according to South African School Sports. So, Jacques Cullis' alma mater stands above the rest. Take a look at those cricket fixtures right there. School fixtures stands above the rest, with Expresso favourite Office not far behind. Rhonda Bosch Boys, who were pipped to have the best side in the country at the beginning of the season, are sitting in 4th place, whilst St. John's occupy 9th on the website's log. Now, speaking of St. John's, they are one of a handful of schools taking part in Waterpolo this weekend when they take to the pool against Pretoria Boys High. St. John's are coming off an immensely successful Saints Waterpolo tournament where they stamped their name in the record books of South African high school waterpolo. Pretoria Boys will have to produce something special if they are to breach the seemingly impenetrable defence and withstand this ruthless attack. And lastly, 2 of the country's most affluent schools will tussle in the pool at Michael House as Michael House meet Hilton College. Hilton, who had a rather disappointing KZN Top 10 water polo tournament, will be searching for their winning formula to come out on top against their bitter rivals, Michael House. House will have to play a strategy of containment and counter-attacking if they are to catch a rather sleek Hilton outfit off guard and win the encounter. So lots to look forward to in your youth sporting action over this weekend. And also a big shout out to everyone writing matric final exams. You are halfway through. Hang in there. 3 weeks more to go. But of course, we are staying on the topic of sports. Leanne has got more.
Expresso Youth Sport, brought to you by Deep Heat. Warms pain away.